Our next speaker, Kai Lane. Kai is a proud Yorta-Yorta Barapa-Barapa man with connections to Jaja Wurrung and Wurundjeri, passionate about his culture and sharing knowledge. Growing up near the Murray River, he now lives in Geelong, working in the ecology and restoration field. He is Vice President of the not-for-profit Eco Warriors Australia, which empowers individuals and groups to come together to strengthen our natural ecosystems through hands-on restoration. Eco Warriors has a strong focus on Indigenous-led projects, with over 60% of the board being traditional owners. Kai also leads EWA's Habitat Warriors initiative, delivering curriculum-based community projects to schools and other community groups. He is super passionate about teaching how traditional ecological knowledge can enhance scientific research. So thank you very much. Welcome, Kai, please.
Thank you. So my job is for you to walk out the door and still have some hope. So my job's to show what I'm doing with the youth for hope. So I'll start off here. And I was just going to say as well before I start, but I'm so privileged to be standing up here. Like, just around the corner is Uncle Doug Nichols' poster, and he's my great uncle. And then my fifth great grandfather's William Cooper, who used to stand on the same stage. So I'm getting goosebumps standing up here doing a speech. So I feel very privileged. So today I'm going to be talking a bit about what I do, our Re-Veg program and how we run the Re-Veg program, a happy story, and then some future plans and some, unfortunately, the questions after with the panel. So I work for Habitat Warriors, which is all about creating a living classroom. So getting kids out of a classroom and learning outdoors and getting into nature. So taking them to ranger groups and just getting kids at a young age to be outdoors learning in that outdoor classroom, which is so important. And I also work for Eco Warriors Australia, which is upskilling land care groups, ranger groups. Like, I've worked with ranger groups all across, and I'm super passionate about getting all across and just upskilling them in different methods and just all about teaching basically. And this is the Grassland. So I just got back yesterday from our monitoring class, and I've restored mallee grassland. And guess how, well, I won't let you guess, I'll tell you, 85% success rate in 3 months. So I've just come back yesterday, and it is absolutely thriving. There's chocolate lilies there that are up 20 centimetres tall already, like almost getting past the guards. Where I was Wurrung, so it's where the floodplain meets the mallee, and it's where I've grown up. And I've been able to go back home to the old primary school I used to teach at, went to as a kid. Now I get to teach, and we've restored this grassland. And these are all grey crown babblers. They're obviously not a grassland species, but there's some woodland forests around, and there's about 25 of them, and now that they're nesting at the area. Chocolate lily was once abundant on this grassland, but some shire or V-line worker decided to spray it all, and it hasn't been there in 15 years. And now all, like me, including all the kids, got to plant all the chocolate lily each. And now we've come back yesterday and done our monitoring class, where I'll talk a bit about, but we've got to see all the chocolate lily come back and all the native bees that were flying around, and just seeing the kids how happy they are. Like, where this grassland is where when they hit high school, they'll run past through cross country. So when they do cross country in a couple of years, they're going to look over and see all the work that they done a couple of years ago. So how our classes run. We run 3 excursions to our Re-Veg site. So we've got our seed collection and plant propagation classes. And then 3 months onto that, we've got our planting day. And we use their cuttings and seeds for our planting day. And then 3 months later, we've got our monitoring class, where we turn them into a botanist and ecologist, and we use all the equipment to measure the site, which we done yesterday. And then after that, they can come back whenever they want to keep on, and then that's a bit of citizen science. So they can come back. We teach them how to monitor the Re-Veg site, and they can keep on coming, and they can send that data back to us. So with our seed collection and plant propagation class on the mallee grassland, it was pretty sparse. There was about only saltbush throughout the whole reserve. So we got a lot of saltbush, as you can see here. Unfortunately, there was no grasses to propagate or seed collect from. As you can see, it's pretty dull, But now there's this is step one of hopefully 10 years of coming back to it. But we were able to get some seed collections from a kangaroo grass that I'd done an indigenous garden at a high school, so we were able to get some seed from that. With our planting day, it's so important for all the projects I run. I sort of try to say there's three sciences. There's our science, which is ecologists and botanists, Western science. Then we've got our traditional science, which is our elders. So Uncle Ronnie come along to our thing, and all our elders and rangers also come along. And then we've got our local knowledge, which is our land care groups, our land owners or farmers, and all of them together running on these planting sites is exactly how I got 85%. So all them three sciences blended together is how, I just can't explain how important that each one is, and you should always listen to all three. With our monitoring class, because it was just yesterday, I didn't get to put slides up, but with it we have a piece of paper, and at the site they've got to draw what the site's going to look like in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, and 20 years. And you've got to draw some of the animals that might come back to visit the site. We had to cut it at 20 years because if you get a kid, if you say, what will the site look like in 50 years, they start drawing robots and helicopters. So you got to cut it at 20 years. But it's pretty special to see some of the plant, like that drawing of a kangaroo and the big tree that they reckon that they planted. It's so cool to see what they perceive in their mind, what the site's going to look like. And to start off with this, young people aren't the future of conservation, they're leading it now. This is our first grassland, but hopefully it won't be our last. But we've done sites right across Victoria, and we've worked a lot with the Narrett Rangers. It's so important that we're getting these young ones in nature, because I can guarantee if I look around the room and say, do you remember, try to think of your youngest memory out in nature, you can probably think back to when you're 4 or 5. And unfortunately, when we look at today, with a lot of, even kids, especially in urban areas, they're not getting that connection. And when they get to when someone was saying before that this is the biggest, I'm trying to think of the right word, but there's so many people here, the last one was like 20 years, I'm trying to make sure in 20 years' time that all these fellas are going to be sitting in your seats. Here was just some feedback. I won't talk. I just want to talk about Uncle Ronnie here and what he said. And he said, I had more fun than any of the kids being able to pass on my knowledge to them. You can't wipe the smile off my face. So that just shows this is the three sciences I was talking about, and it's so important that we have them in any of our projects that we're going to be running. And I also wanted to quickly add on that I'm also involved in the local native seed company, which is a new company which is obviously collecting seeds. So message Eco Warriors about it, but if you need any seed, come to me. And it's not native seed, it's indigenous seed. So whatever seed you get from us, we will show you where we collected it from exact shire to germination rate, absolutely everything. So if you're interested, reach out, and there's some flyers at the back there as well. Thank you, and I just wanted to also show this was from one of the classes that I had, and I got this in the mail, and it was all these different cards, and it showed they all said something about what they learnt through our excursions. So I just want to finish off on, hopefully you got some hope now. Cheers.
This energy rocks. It's fantastic. All right. We've got some momentum here, and it's just great to see so much grassy action and grassy love in one place. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Fantastic. And that's it.